He's the captain. All good. Now we have ready from both. Somalian quit. There we go. Let's count it down for game number 1. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Okay, Somalian top out really quick. We'll increment the seed to 5-1. Because had a false start. It's all good. It happens. With the ready 5-1 from Somalian. You have the ready there. Yeah. It happens to the best. That's why it doesn't happen. I mean, just think it happens to me all the time. So both players are ready. Let's count down game 1 for real this time in 3, 2, 1. Tetris! And we are off to the races, my friends. Both of these players very good at the game. Andy took the first set today in a sweep. I should report that really quick. Somalian would like to knock Andy off his proverbial horse, as Andy is sitting at a 2-0 match record this season with 12 points. So beat Eyeball 3-2 in a nail biter. That was a really fun game. Eyeball's getting very good at the game. Like, impressively good. I mean, he was very freaking good to begin with. He's getting even better every day. We saw him play against SV on CTM today. He played very well there. It's the Somalian's first match of the season here. It'll be interesting to see what Somalian is able to do. A CTWC veteran, having played in as many CTWCs as I believe Andy has. Unless Somalian didn't do 2020. Can't remember off the top of my head. Too many people, too many names. Me brain, no work. But what I do know is both these players a very solid start, keeping about a Tetris within each other. And he does have a lead. But is ahead by, well, now only 6 lines. At 234,000 points, but Somalian takes a Tetris here from the 193 through 45 lines. So 2 Tetris lead for Pixel Andy at the moment. Andy, of course, has the biggest flex, I feel, you know, in this match, having a trophy from CTWC 2020. Pretty poggers. And it will likely not be his last trophy he earns playing Classic Tetris. I think this coming year, or this year at CTWC, Andy will still be one of the top contenders to take it all. It'll be interesting to see, you know, his development even further in the, I guess, the post line cap or the line cap era of Classic Tetris. See, you know, even at the World Championship level, if they implement it, and if so, how that'll impact things. I mean, we've seen how line caps kind of do, you know, play a big difference than what we saw with CTWC this year. while, you know, Eric and Fractal are still two of the best players in the game at the moment, Dog and Andy definitely strike as two of the best line cap players. And Sidnev as well is one of the best line cap players. It'll be very interesting to see. I'll be excited to be there. Of course, well, not officially announced. Portland Retro Gaming Expo has been announced for the week of October 14th and 15th, or that weekend. So, not saying that it's happening there, but if I was a betting individual, which I sure am, I'd bet on seeing a lot of you there. Of course, Portland Retro Gaming Expo being one of the biggest hubs of classic Tetris for its fabled history. I'll get back more into the, you know, story of the game after Somalian, if Somalian's able to get out of this situation. 410,000 points at 109 lines and is in a predicament. Okay, and it's gonna clean up. Andy, 525 at 115. You're Andy, you know, you're just doing exactly what you did in the last set. It's crazy to see what Andy was in 2020, early 2020, getting his first max out, and now to where he is 2 years. Hey, or 3 years. 3 years. Crazy. Time flies. Can't believe I've been in the scene since 2020. Best thing I think the pandemic did for me. Of course, both these players already on the post-transition score. Andy with about 120,000 point lead, while Somalian does have to burn this down. Should be okay. It's clean. Now Andy does have to do some burning himself. Granted, only 3 lines. And is Tetris ready? And the Tetris for Andy. 676 now for the pixelated Andrew. Somalian 533 gets the bar over for a Tetris. 561 now. Andy's sitting at 713. Very great score in the level 22. And he's just gonna take the burns, has the runway, you can worry, has the capability to worry about keeping a clean, healthy board. Somalian down by about 80,000 points, so did catch up a little bit. Both players on level 24, and he's just kind of getting hit by the, really a drought, just non-ideal pieces. So Somalian in 26 needs to get a bar. Andy 840, so only 60,000 points. Okay, so now it's about Tetris separating them. Somalian is ahead in lines, so Andy will be having a Tetris come very soon, and knocks it down. Andy's still tapping on level 19. Needs to get something to the left side, gets that bar all the way over with ease. Somalian's board falling apart very little. Able to get the bar all the way over. Both players 920 to 897. Somalian into level 28. And this board's falling apart for Somalian. Wants that last bar, and it covers so well. So Andy at 959 will be getting part number 1. GG's. So the seed will move to 6-2, D2, 2-8. Did you play in CTWC 2020 Somalian? I'm pretty sure, but I brain fog. Or was that a certified Stone 69 moment? Or the Stone 69, I should say. Or neither. Have readies from both. Let's count down game number 2. Without further ado, in 3, 2, 1, Tetris. So Andy has been in a little bit of a messier situation to start things off. Not crazy or anything, but it just, you know, it is what it is. That's a neck and neck game. Tetris here for Somalian. Andy is still in the lead by about 2,000 points, but is ahead by 3 lines. So yes, it's kind of a vibe through the early stages. You know, while getting into a little bit of a dig situation here, should be able to solve it, and gets the bar over for the Tetris, going to 196 and takes another one immediately after. 219 to 219 through 54 lines. Actually, Somalian's in the lead by about 500 points. Tetris there for Andy. Tetris for Somalian. Ooh, Somalian. Well, interesting decisions there. I mean, interesting is putting it, I guess, a little bit nicer than confusing. But they were still decisions nonetheless. Oh, misses the spin of the L. Oh boy, this is going to cause Somalian to do a little bit more burning. So Andy at 404 has taken about a 2.5 to 3 Tetris lead. Has ahead in lines, and Somalian cleaned out that very quickly. Andy 408 gets the Tetris. 431,000 points now. While Somalian has that bar dependency in column 7. While I don't think it's the best situation to be in, Somalian's still alive. Survival is important, but you can't afford to give Andy this much of a runway. But luckily for Somalian, Andy is in a little bit of a burning predicament now. Still ahead by about 80,000 points. So as we see here, Somalian is set up, does have 17 lines left before we hit the level 19 transition. Looking for not quite a 500k transition, and he just needs one more Tetris to do that for himself, and has 3 lines to do it. So we'll transition here in the level 19 with the Tetris, 505,000 points. While saying, and he's playing how Alexi himself intended dash tap roll. Amen to that. The true, I guess you could say, perfect player. So Somalian 504 into 505 into level 30 or level 20. Oh boy. I just saw the blue and immediately was like, huh, funny color brain equal level 30. Level 20 for Somalian. Pretty rough if it was 500 and whatever into level 30. We'll be playing like min-out strats. Tetris Randy now going to 694, so we'll be about just at 700,000 in level 23. And very solid place to be. Meanwhile, Somalian's just going to level 22. Down by about 130,000 points. Final Tetris, 601,000 to 733. About, a little bit of a level discrepancy, but it is not that big of a deal. Finally getting high. Gets a bar over though for the Tetris, going to 638. Andy a little high himself. Might have flipped that J in the wrong direction. Or setting up for the kind of big brain bull strat type dig. It's hard to see what some of the players are thinking. In this case, it's one of those situations. Probably was unintentional, but survived it and dug it beautifully. Does allow for Somalian to actually take a true lead behind by a level and ahead by about a Tetris. And he takes the Tetris though, and that's too early to call. I mean, 29 will definitely play a factor here. Falling Tetris into level 27, 869. So maxed out before. Kill screen still on the cable for Somalian. From the 904 now. And Andy is off to 29 at 919. Just play until you cannot play. Try to score Tetrises and be efficient. Somalian 944. So has 2 Tetrises left before hitting the 29 speeds. Okay, has 1 Tetris left and transitions at 982. And Somalian immediately droughted, and that's going to be at 983. So Andy, you just need to get 984. Tetris will do it, I believe. Yeah, Tetris will do it. You also have all the time in the world. And the Tetris does it. And just like that, Andy will be up 2-0. This is echoing almost exactly the last game that was played between Rhubarb and Andy. Rhubarb had the advantage going in the 29 a good chunk of the time. Andy just put the nail in the coffin by playing some of the best 29 in the game. We have the ready from Pixel Andy. And they're ready from Somalian, so let's count down game number 3. In 3, 2, 1, Tetris. Of course, immediately following this will be the final game of the set, and it will be Somalian taking on Miles the Great. So don't change the channel, or whatever you call him. This Somalian looking kind of buff. So through about 40 lines, let's give the players a score update. And we have Somalian here at 191,000 points. Ooh, overshifts the S. We'll have to do a little bit more burning. Meanwhile, Andy also not the best start here. Still though, you know, I mean, I can't say not the best start. 245,000 points at 57 lines is better than I can probably do most games. It's just, you know, compared to what Andy was doing. So, about 2 Tetris lead here for him in the early stages of this 18, still about halfway through the 18 play. Somalian getting high. Gets the burn with the J. Gets another J. Okay, both players got into a little bit high up burn situations and solved them pretty quickly. And you almost out of this needs a bar. Well, that flat burn was really good. Just don't think it's gonna do much. And gets the bar for the Tetris. 296 through 87 lines. Good burns there for Andy once again. Andy gets the bar for the Tetris. Okay, and you should be able to clean this up now and actually start going back for traditional Tetrises. At least the traditional right well. Okay, now we're off onto the 19 speeds. Somalian, of course, getting a nice vits in there. Put up beautifully. Andy, level 20 now, 425. Somalian is pretty much higher than that already on the 18 place still. This is a game where Somalian does have the lead going into level 19. Will that be a factor? And will Andy have to edge it out on 29 again? As we have seen a few times in the last few games. Potentially. Andy though just needs to do a little bit more burning here. This is going to allow for Somalian just to extend the lead further. 548,000 points, 6 Tetris, 575 now for Somalian. 521 for Andy. Has a clean board, gets the bar for the Tetris. Somalian though, those squares are not helpful. Double bar dependent. Pulls the one. Okay, now just needs a bar for the left side. So burns it out and burns it out beautifully. Okay, Andy able to get that over. Now technically has the score lead, but a pace lead does belong to Somalian. Getting over almost 20 lines behind. .653 now to 632. Somalian just needs the bar. And he's able to score one to go to 684. Oh, Somalian hates the square but gets the bar over. Okay. Somalian, this is not going to be easy, but definitely not a fatal situation. This is the spin. Kind of able to do a little bit of an interesting spin tuck there, but that might kind of cost Somalian a little bit. Just not having a definitive place. Oh, and that's hang. I think that's going to be it. Somalian's going to have to anchor down, and that's going to be at 678. Oh no, but for Andy, that is not an oh no moment. That is a sigh of relief as you have just swept another player, Andy. GG's. To finish that bad boy out, we'll get the next one set up, which will be Somalian taking on Miles in just a moment. There we go. That's GG's, that's V. I did see. I am proud. Yes, we will get the seed there. And your seed is E7FD11. So that's Echo 7, Foxtrot Delta 11. Ooh. I think Miles just getting the last little bit of warm up in. Had a 29 game going. Miles kind of just a demon, a monster on it. And monthly Tetris with the raid party of 153. Welcome in, everyone. You're just in time for our last match of the evening. Did I end the match, or is this? Yes, the last match of the evening. It is Miles the Great taking on Somalian in the last match of this CTL Sunday primetime event. Shoutouts to SV. Thank you, Vandy, for the raid. What is going on here? This is Classic Tetris League Division 1B. We have a matchup between Miles the Great and Somalian. Classic Tetris League, of course, is your round-robin tournament that everyone loves. Use exclamation point Discord to join, and you'll find out more information there. We are a league format where you play different people of your skill caliber. You win, get money if you're in Division 1. You lose, probably might have to play a relegation playoff.